Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called In the Year of the Dragon. In the Year of the Dragon is a game from designer Stefan Feld, published by Ravensburger and Alea. Plays 2 to 5 players, 75 to 100 minutes, ages 12 plus. And what you're doing in this is you are basically preparing for the Year of the Dragon. And what that means is you are trying to hire people to come live in your palaces to help you fend off terrible events that are going to happen. Plague, drought, a fireworks display, which isn't terrible, but fireworks display. You need to pay tribute to the emperor. You need to fight off the Mongols. A whole bunch of things you need to do. Oh, and, you need to make sure you're doing them. Otherwise, people in your palaces are going to die. Sounds dark, but really what this is it's a action selection game and like a tile drafting game. The theme is pretty dark, but the gameplay is pretty straightforward. So let's go to the table. Check it out. All right, so here's a game of In the Year of the Dragon, all set up for 2 players. Now, setup is mostly the same no matter the player count, but in a 2-player game, there's going to be less of all the people tiles. You're going to put these into patterns like this. There's going to be a group of 3 and a group of 4, and outside of that, everything is the same. So that's the only difference in a 2-player setup. Then each player is going to get 2 palaces, 2 floors high, 6 yuan, a set of cards, which we'll get into in a little bit. Everybody's cards are the same. Their little marker here, their little dragon token. And then, based on turn order, which I decided was red was first, you're going to take 2 different people tiles from the bottom row here. So the younger tiles. So you're going to take the younger tiles. And no 2 players can take the exact same combination of tiles. So in this case, this player took the farmer, and the fireworks specialist, the doctor, and I think the banker. And then you're going to move your person token here, the number total on your card, your tile. So 9 for red, 7 for blue. Then we're going to get started. So the way the game works is we are trying to prepare for bad events that are going to be happening starting at round 3 through round 12. This is a 12-round game. It's the Year of the Dragon. So each year is going to have a different thing. Or each month is going to have a different thing. Then what's going to happen is we're going to put the dragon here, take one of these icons, hire a person with our cards, and then we're going to have to fight off the bad things that happen. So let's just go ahead and start. So the first thing, red is first because they're farther along on this track. Now they're going to take their marker, they're going to put it on one of these groups of tiles. When they go to that group of tiles, they're going to take one action from that group of tiles. So the actions are take money, 2 coins, plus 3 more coins if you have, for every one of those tiles you have. A book, which will give you a point, plus extra points if you have the scholar here. Rice will give you 1 rice, but 1 other rice for every other farmer that you have. So a little rice bag. You can go here to buy a dragon scroll, I think is what they're called. And it's 2 yuan for the little ones, and 7 for the doubles. So you have to spend money to get points. It basically gives you points at the end of the round. This is going to let you build in the palace. So that's 1 extra. So I could take my palace and make it a 3. It can only ever be 3 high. Or I could make a new palace. Palaces can hold people based on how many floors there are. So right now I can hold 4. If I build another one, I can build 5. Or if I go here, this one would let me hold 3. That's what a palace does. Fireworks, this will give me 1 firework plus 1 additional, or 1 extra for every icon that I have. And this one will move me on this track for every one of those helmets that I have. So red's first. What do I want to do? The first event that's going to slap us around is fireworks. So I'm going to go here. And I'm going to get 1 firework plus 1 firework. That's 2 fireworks. And that's my turn. Then blue is going to do the same thing. They can't go here, so they have to come here. And I think what they're going to do is they are going to take money. So they're going to take money. They get 2 coins plus 3 coins, so they will get 5 coins. So 1, 4, 5. All right. Now, we're going to go to the people phase. What we do here is we're going to go, we have all these cards of all these people plus 2 randoms. So we can take all of these people once if we want to, or take one person 3 times if we can. Okay? So now what we're trying to do here is we're trying to recruit people from the line to help us the best way we can to defend off these events. So I'm good on fireworks right now, so I don't care about that as much. But this right here is the money. So we're going to have to pay tribute to the emperor. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to take my money card, put it there, take a money person, put it in my palace, and now I get to move my space 3 markers. All right. Then blue's going to do the same thing. They're going to take a character. They want to start preparing for, they're good on money. I think they're going to start preparing for the Mongols. So they're going to use this card. They're going to take one of these. They're going to take this one, which gives them 2 helmets. But it only moves them 3. 1, 2, 3. And then that's that. Now, at the end of the round, well, after that, we would fire off an event. In the first 2 rounds, there's no event, so all we do is do that. Then we're going to do a little bit of end round scoring, which I can never remember, so I have the rule book here. You're going to get 1 point for each palace. So red's going to get 2 points because they have 2 palaces. Each dragon on your court ladies. So we don't have any of those yet. And each dragon on your privileges, which are these. These are privileges, so we don't have any of those yet. So we're both just going to get 2 points. And that is it. And then a new round will begin. And turn order is still red. Red is first because they're in the front. Now what we do here is we take these tiles. We're going to shuffle them up and divide them back out. So the actions are going to be different every time. Maybe. I mean, depends on how they come out. So we'll put those out in a group of 4 and a group of 3. And then 3. And then we go again. All right, so red, another peace event. So just restoring up here. So I think what I want to do is, I'm good on fireworks. They don't even have fireworks yet. So I think I want to, good on money. Yeah, I'll go here. So I'm going to go there, take 5 coins. So 1, 4, 5. All right, done. Then blue will come over here, and they are going to take, they're going to take a firework. They get 1 firework because they do not have a fireworks maker in their temple. Then we're each going to hire a worker or a person. And I'm good. I've got the farmer. I don't have any food, but food's not coming up until there. I'd like a Mongol, so let's go get a Mongol. So I'm going to hire a Mongol. And then, or a soldier to fight the Mongols. And I'm going to take this second 3. It can go in here. It can have 2 in there. I'll move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then blue wants 2. They're going to start taking the book character. They're going to take this one, put it in there. That'll move them 2, and then I'll just give them points. 1, 2. All right. And that was their turn. Another non-event. Done. All right. So now we move on to the 3rd round. We'll shuffle. Oh, we get points. So 2 points for each palace. If we have any of these dragon ladies, we don't have any. We don't have any privileges. So that's it. All right. Also, there's a couple other pieces on here that I didn't explain. So this monk character is going to score points at the end of the game for the number of Buddha statues times the number of floors. So if I had this one here, it would be 2 times 2, 4 points. So that's kind of what they do. These are just going to give you points throughout the game, and everything else is going to battle off one of these events, except for this guy, he's going to give you points. All right, so we put these up. Now we're going to do a fireworks event, and then I'm just going to kind of walk you through the rest of them and tell you what happens at the end of the event, because the gameplay is going to go on the same way every time, but I just kind of want to show you what happens. All right, so we got, put the 3 over here this time, put the 4 over here. All right, So now red is still first because they're in front on the person track. And I think what they want to do is they are going to gather some food. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to get 1 rice plus 1 rice. So I get 2 rice bags. And then blue is going to come over here. And they're going to build. So they're going to build 1 section of a temple. And they're actually going to just build a 3rd temple. Right there. 1 roof, 3rd temple. So you get 1 for free, plus if you had any other builders in your temple. All right, then we're going to take a person. So red is still first. I am going to get a doctor, I think. So let's take a doctor. Ooh, I can't take any people. Boo. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just have to discard somebody. So yeah, I'll take a doctor. I can only hold, I should have built because I didn't have any room. So I have to get rid of this card, my fireworks guy. Then I'll get a doctor here. Bring him in there. That'll move me up 1. And then blue can hire someone else without having to get rid of somebody because they built, because they were smart. And then they want to, I think they're going to get a farmer because they don't have any farmers, and farmers are good. And they're going to go ahead and just take the small old farmer, and he's going to move 1. All right. Now, after we've done all that, now we're going to do fireworks. So the way the events work is fireworks is basically just getting points. You're going to look to see who has the most fireworks. They're going to get 6 points. Second place is going to get 3 if you don't have any. So if this player didn't have any, they wouldn't get any points. Then, so red has first, so they get 6. They have 1, they get 3. Then you're going to have to discard fireworks. I believe it's rounded down. Rounding up when necessary. So this player will get rid of 1 and this player will get rid of 1. And that's the firework round. That's it. It's just basically getting points. Then you'll flip this over. Then we'll get the points just like we did before. So we get 1 point per temple. So there's 2. They'll get 3. Any points for this dragon fan. Any points for dragons on privileges. And then we keep going. And that's how the game's going to keep working, like that. So let's go over the events real quick. So this event right here is paying tribute to the emperor. At the end of this round, you have to pay 4 won to the emperor. So, fine. This one is going to give you points based on the helmets that you have. So right now I have 2, they have 2. And then whoever has the least, or if there's a tie, that person will have to get rid of 1 person from one of their temples. So in this case, we're both tied. We both have to eject 1 out. So that's that. There's the emperor again. This is famine or drought. I think drought. What happens here is you have to have 1 food bag for each temple that you have people in. So in this case, if we got to that, I have 2 temples. I have 2 food bags. I would just discard both my food bags and I would be good. If I can't, for every food that I'm missing, I have to get rid of 1 person from my temple. So that's how that one works. There's 2 of that one. We already did fireworks here. We already did the Mongol attack. And the last one here is plague, I believe. And this is where doctors are going to come in. So plague, every player has to get rid of 3 people from their temples, unless you have mortar and pestles. For every mortar and pestle that you have, you can decrease the number that you have to release by that many. So I have 2. If we hit this event, I would have to get rid of 1 person from my area because I'm keeping 2 of them healthy with my mortar and pestle. And that's it. Then at the end of all of that, after you get slapped around a little bit, you're going to do the end round scoring again. So temples, the fan lady, and privileges. Then you're going to score 2 points at the very end of the game when we're all done. 2 points for every person you have in a temple. You're going to score your monk tiles. So if I had this one here, maybe not break rules. If I had this one here, it would be 2 times 3. That would be 6 points for that monk tile. Then you're also going to get 2 all rice and fireworks tiles will sell for 2 yuan. So if I had this, I would get 6 money. Take 6 money here. Let's do it. And then I would get 1 point for every 3 money. So in this case, I'd sell my money back. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I get 5 points. And then whoever has the most points after all that is the winner. And if there's a tie, the winner is the player whose marker is farthest ahead on the person track. So whoever's farthest ahead there would be the winner. And that's how you play In the Year of the Dragon. Let's go up the top, see what we think about it. All right, well, that was In the Year of the Dragon. So this is another Feld game that I wanted to cover. I've liked this one for a long time. It was my favorite one for a while, just because I don't know, just something about it is just fun to me. It's brutal, it's mean, but it's not like other players are being mean. The game is being mean to you, and I kind of like that. So we're all trying to just deal with the terrible things that are going to happen the best we can to score the most points. And in true Feld fashion, everything you do, you're scoring some points. So what you saw in this game is what it is. You're going to be picking a group of actions, and based on the number of players, the actions are going to be more groups. There's going to obviously be a group for every player. And then you're going to take one of the actions in that group that you selected. So you're trying to figure out the best way to get the most out of the one action that you get each turn. So over the course of this round, this game, you're playing 12 turns. You're going to get 12 actions from the tiles, and then you're going to be playing 12 people cards from your hand to recruit people to come live in your palaces. That's it. So you're trying to manage all of that, all those 12 rounds, the best that you can to make sure that you're prepared for the events that are coming up. You're not going to be able to do all of them. So you're trying to pick what is the best for you. Do you want to just try to get a bunch of points? Do you want to save up so you have money to pay tribute to the emperor? Do you want to focus on food? Do you want to focus on doctors so when the plague comes you can keep people alive? Do you want to get builders and just get a bunch of palaces and score a bunch of points each round? Whole bunch of things you can do here, but not enough time to do it, as per usual in a good Euro game. So I like this. This one has some expansions in it, like some kind of Great Wall that I haven't ever played with, but it's in there and I want to play with it at some point, but I just like the base game enough that I haven't even thrown that in yet. But yeah, it's not the greatest production of all time. The art's not necessarily the greatest art, but the gameplay is definitely a lot of fun in my opinion. So if you're looking for a Feld that is pretty straightforward, as far as Felds go, this is easier on the gameplay side. Like, there's not a lot of rules. It's like, hey, you're going to select an action. Here's what the actions do. Here's what the events do. Now go. That's the rules. You need to know what the actions do. You need to know what the events do, and you need to know what you need to do to fight off the events. That's it. I would say pick this one up because this is really fun, and it's super cheap. I think I got this one, I don't know, during the 10-year anniversary. It's like 20 bucks. I got this in Notre Dame for like 35 bucks or something. So less than 20 bucks a piece. That's insane. To get an awesome game like this for less than $20 that you can come back to over and over and over and it feels fun and fresh every single time. That's a deal. So I'm going to give this a BGM Accepted Seal. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4 out of 5. Learn to do math. A 4.5 out of 5 wrenches on an arbitrary wrench scale that means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I am going to do. So that is In the Year of the Dragon from Stefan Feld and Ravensburger / Alea. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.